Hello, water signs. Welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked. Tarot reads are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can. Okay, so for you regular viewers, you will know that this is a monthly overview. If you are new here, I'm doing a monthly overview. Out of that bag there, we will get a rune, which will be the overall energy of the month. Then we will have 5 cards out of that deck there, which will be the main energies for the 5 weeks of the month, or the 4 whole weeks, and the end week going into October. Then we'll get some clarifiers out of there. So I do have to point out this is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. It is also a predictive read, which means I'm putting deliberately on the future and not necessarily the current energies around you. Okay, so we had that out for the earth signs, but it was in reverse. That is Tiwas, yeah. And basically that is the god Tyr that rune basically represents. The god Tyr is the god who sacrificed his hand to trap Fenrir, the big wolf. Anyway, the main thing this rune means is courage, victory, strength, passion, and masculine energies. Okay, so that being taken into account, you can expect victories this month. You can expect passion this month. Maybe you're just going to be passionate for something. Maybe you take up a new hobby or get introduced to a new sport and you're very passionate for it. Courage, well, I don't know, that new sport might be lacrosse or polo, where it can be very painful if you get injured. Okay, let's cut the deck and see what else we got with this. We got the High Priestess coming out with this. So there may be some secrets being revealed. Maybe you're having courage to reveal some secrets. And the Hanged Man, you are having to look at things from a different perspective this month as well. The other thing the High Priestess will indicate will be using your intuition. But you water signs, did I call you water signs or did I call you Cancer to start with? You water signs are a very intuitive bunch anyway. Well, I am. I do tarot readings and I'm a Cancer. So there you go. So, yeah, let's do it then. Let's just get the energies out for the 5 weeks and get some clarifiers for it. So, we have a King of Wands for the first week. We have the Strength card, and this rune is about having strength and courage. We have the Fool, a new beginning of some description. We have the Page of Swords, disappointing news, and then we have the King of Swords, taking action upon the truth. Okay, or possibly seeking professional advice. So for the beginning of September, we got the King of Wands. The King of Wands is an energy of arrogance, basically arrogance and vanity. You could be dealing with someone who is arrogant and vain. You could just be dealing with a fire sign in particular. Okay, I know I say this is all naked and I strip out as much astrology as I can, but I do just feel the fact that you might be dealing with a fire sign this month, looking at the cards which have come out. Yeah, so you might be dealing with someone. This could be a boss or a father figure or someone you look up to. With Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of saying you've been waiting for a while for this to happen. It's like it's like you've known it's coming. It's like it's the storm on the wind. Yeah, you can see the storm clouds brewing in the distance, and you're just waiting for them to arrive, and they haven't quite arrived yet, but they are arriving soon. Throughout this month, this card is telling me. The Wheel of Fortune is also telling me that it's going to be for the better for you. Okay, then yeah, okay. The 9 is going to be bad for you. Look, the 9 of Cups is crossing that, which is telling us that it's to do with your wishes, your hopes, your dreams. Okay, and it will be emotionally fulfilling. It is also an indication that things are changing. It's like I said, this isn't quite here yet. It'll be coming this month. Okay, there's the 9. It's not a 10. It's not telling me, well, that's a 10, but it's not telling me that something's finished, the cycle's over. It's telling me it's nearly over. Okay, it's a bit like the storm. Yeah, you can see the storm coming. The storm isn't there yet, which also means the storm isn't over yet. Okay, so let's see what the second week is in holding for you. I do apologise if I keep calling you cancers. I'm in my head. I'm just keep hearing. Yeah, you keep calling them cancers. You keep calling them cancers. I know there's more than just cancers watching this. There's Pisces and Scorpios as well. I tell you what. Why don't you tag yourself with your star sign in the comments? Okay. Now I can see how many cancers I've got, how many Scorpios I've got, and how many Pisces I've got watching. Okay, so we have got the 3 of Wands coming out for the second week, and the Fool, which is telling us this second week molds beautifully into, more beautiful than I pronounced that word, molds beautifully into the third week. Okay, so the second week, you are going to have to be dealing with something. You've set the intention to do this, but you haven't actually tackled it yet. And this week is when you're getting the courage and the strength to actually take the bull by the horns, so to speak, and crack on with it. That's the 3 of Wands with the Strength card. With the Fool card, it's telling us it's a new start. It's something possibly you've been thinking about doing for a long time, but you just never got past the intention stage of it. But you are now actually taking that leap. You're going to take a step off the cliff, so to speak, and see where it goes. Yeah. With the 6 of Pentacles there, it's kind of indicating it's a good outcome for you. It's balancing you, maybe emotionally, maybe financially, but maybe just practically. I don't know. For me, I know what this is. Okay. It fits lovely with the timings for what I've had planned. I've been setting the intention to do it. I've been waiting for the right time, and I know the right time is within that week. Okay, I'm not revealing anything yet, but I may reveal it all to you one day once it's up and running. But it will balance me practically, not necessarily financially. It could hurt me financially, okay, but it would definitely balance me practically. Okay, so let's have a look at the Fool. Week 3, yeah. So you're setting the intention on week 2. I'd imagine week 3 is going to show you the commitment to it. Okay, I would imagine where you'll see some sort of commitment card coming out for this. The 9 of Cups again. And the 5 of Swords. Maybe you're not going to commit to it fully. Maybe you're wanting to. Maybe you have committed to it and it is filling... Oh, okay. We'll have them too as well. Okay. And it's initially filling you with, like, fulfillment, satisfyment. But then you go and do something, okay? Or something happens and it sabotages this. You realise the truth of it and you will still plough forward with it anyway. It's like the Chariot there is... it could be turned by that card. It can be stopped by the world. It could probably be slowed down by Judgment, but that's about it. You're ploughing forward with it anyway. You're like Magnus Magnuson. You've started, so you will finish. Okay. The 9 of Swords crossing this is you are suffering a bit of anxiety from it all, though, with how it's going to pan out. Is it going to work? All that sort of stuff. Am I wasting? Am I throwing money down a bottomless pit? That sort of thing. Because that's part of what I'm thinking here. It's part of why it hasn't actually started. Because I'm thinking, am I just going to be throwing money down a bottomless pit? Right. The Page of Swords, the disappointing news. Okay. So we got a Knight of Wands in reverse coming out there. We got a Two of Pentacles coming out as well. Your disappointing news is about someone you see as a player. Okay. They might not be, but it's the way you see them. Because the way we feel and the way we are and the way other people see us are all totally different things. Some people might see you as successful and lucky, and you might just see yourself as, well, just average. I'm better than some, worse than others, and I'll get my good luck, but I'll get my bad luck, that sort of thing. But the energies around you show everyone else, oh no, he's actually quite lucky, he's very successful with what he does and all that, and you might not feel it or think it. This is what this card here is. It's a player in reverse, okay, which is telling me it's not a player to start with, but you see it as a player, and you're going to get some disappointing news about this person or this player, possibly, I don't know, while they were a player, you always thought you had a chance to get with them, but now you're hearing on the grapevine that they've chosen someone and getting married to them and all that, and that's your disappointing news. And consequently, the juggling you were doing to one day fit your player into your world. And I don't mean, I'm not trying to belittle you and say that you want to have some sort of superficial romance. You might love the pants off this player, but they're a player. But while they were playing, you always had the chance that they could play with you, and then maybe you could sink your claws into them and stop them from playing. You could have been the one to turn them round and get married to them. But now that moment has gone, and the Two of Pentacles is telling me you're dropping the juggling. Yeah, perhaps you're already in a relationship, but you weren't very fully committed to that relationship because you were always like keeping a space open for Mr. Knight of Wands to come in if the opportunity ever arose. The Seven of Swords is crossing this. Yes, there has been some sort of sneakery, skullduggery going on, or will be going on within the 4th week of the month. Perhaps it's even that you get with your player and then you maybe realise that he or she was not the person you thought they were, or perhaps you realise you will never be able to change them, and that's what the disappointing news is. It doesn't actually have to be like full-on news, like a message coming to you or anything like that. It could be just like news as in a realisation. It's news to you. They are a player and they always will be a player. Okay, so let's see what the King of Swords is. Well, that's finding out the truth and taking the action. Yeah, maybe on week 4 you find out the truth and you do take the action. Okay, the truth is causing you a life-changing event happening on the 5th going into October, the 5th week going into October. And again, it is linked with the 4th week. It is the disappointment. The Tower in turn is causing disappointment as well. You're disappointed in yourself for actually pursuing that route. You're disappointed in yourself for possibly jeopardizing what you were already juggling, losing it and all that. If it's on a financial level and not a person level, yeah, perhaps it's something risky, okay, like possibly, I don't know, you might take a little flutter on the horses and bet money you shouldn't be betting, and then it doesn't come off, and that's the disappointment. And all of a sudden it's like, well, I've just robbed Peter and I was meant to pay Paul with that, but I didn't. I paid William Hill instead. Okay, which means then you have a tower. It's like, oh, where am I going to get the money to pay Paul? Because I was meant to pay Paul with Peter's money, but Peter's money's not here anymore because I lost it on the horses. So, oh dear, sorry, Paul, I don't know how I'm going to pay you. And you're disappointed in yourself for that as well. But it does free you up from something. I'm not going to say it frees you up from something. I'm going to actually say it's more of it's your independence. The fact that you could do it made you do it, okay? Or the fact that you could do things is making you do things. Okay, it is breaking. I feel it's more a breaking away from what you have to go and find something else. Not a freedom, not an independence. It's a breakaway. Okay. Well, water signs, that was short and sweet for you. I could have done with that for the air signs, but no, the universe decided it was going to dump like twice that amount of cards on the last 2 weeks of the month. I had an epic read. It ended up being 2 parts for them. Anyway, less about the air signs. It's all about water signs. If it resonated with you, that is fantastic. If it didn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Maybe you're just not at this point in the energy timeline. Maybe you're a couple of weeks back or a couple of months back. Check out the playlist, the monthly overview playlist. Perhaps there's one in there what resonates with you. Or perhaps you're a little bit in front of me. Yeah, maybe you're new to the channel and you're in front on the timeline. Maybe all this happened to you last month. And if it did, feel free again to comment that and let me know. Okay. Just a quick plug for my membership. I have started a membership group on my YouTube channel. Yes, it does cost you money to become a member. The lowest rate is less than a cup of coffee per month. Okay. Or less than a cup of tea, because I actually drink tea, not coffee. So there you go. Learned a little thing about me there, if you're new. I'm sure I've probably told the older, more regular viewers. Yes, I'm not actually after your money, though. I don't mind one way or another if you sign up to it or not. I'm using it more to do the membership video part of it, because I'm hoping that keeps it separate from my main videos, because I lose a lot of videos in there. When I put unlisted videos in and private videos in, which I've done for future reference or trying different types of spreads and things, and thinking, well, I'll pop it out on YouTube and see how it goes. But then I lose it because I do quite a lot of reads throughout a week. And I just lose track of where they are. But if I have a membership bit, and it opens up the membership bit and it keeps that separate from my main bit, I can put them there. Yeah. And they can sit there for as long as they like. And if you want to pay, you can go and have a look at them. Okay, if you don't want to pay, don't worry. They might appear on the public feed at some point when I decide, yeah, I am happy with that, and I'm going to put it out to see how it works with the public. Okay, so that's the main reason I've done a membership over everything else. Okay then, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful month. If this does resonate with you throughout the month, please feel free to drop in a comment and let me know.